Hi, I'm Sachin Malhotra. I'm going to be explaining this question where we are given p of x1 equal to 0 is 0.2, p of x1 equal to 1 is 0.8, and we are given certain few equations explaining the whole channel. So our first part, it wants us to find the value of p of x2 equals to 1. That can be found out by the total probability. So the formula of total probability is p of x2 equal to 1 given that x1 equal to 0 into p of x1 equal to 0 plus p of x2 equal to 1 given that x1 equal to 1 into probability of x1 equal to 1. So putting the values, and we can see the values comes out to be 0.7 into 0.8 plus 0.4 into 0.2. This equals to 0.64. Now for the second part, we are being asked, or we can also find one more thing from this thing. We can find the value of p of x2 equal to 0 is equal to 1 minus p of x2 equal to 1. So the value becomes 0.36. Now the second part asks us to find the value of p of x3 equals to 1. This can be found out in the similar manner using the formula of total probability, that is p of x3 equal to 1 given that p of x2 equal to 1 into p of x2 equal to 1 plus p of x3 equal to 1 given that x2 equal to 0 into probability of x2 equal to 0. Since we have all the values with us, so this becomes 0.7 into 0.64 plus 0.4 into 0.36, and the value becomes 0.592. We can also find one more value from this, that is p of x3 equal to 0. That becomes p of x3 equal to 1. So the value becomes 0.408. Now the third part wants us to find p of x1 equal to 0 given that x3 equals to 1. This can be found out using the Bayes theorem. So writing the Bayes theorem formula is p of x3 equal to 1 given that p of x1 equal to 0 into p of x1 equal to 0 upon p of x3 equals to 1. Now since we don't have this equation with us, the p of x3 equal to 1 given that p of x1 equal to 0, we can find this out. We know that this equals to p of x3 equal to 1 given that x2 equal to 0 plus p of x3 equal to 1 given that x2 equal to 1 whole multiplied by p of x1 equal to 0 upon p of x3 equal to 1. Now we have sorted this equation as given as p of x3 equal to 1 given that x2 equal to 0 means either x2 sends 0 or x2 sends 1, and the output at x3 equals 1. So putting in the values, we have 0.4 plus 0.7 into 0.2 upon this value we found out in the last problem, which was 0.592. This equals to 0.37.